Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everyone had a good Mother's Day. I was enjoying being with my kids and grandkids. And we had a beautiful day in Minnesota, which we celebrate. So it's a good week so far. However, we have to pay attention to some politics here because there's always something brewing, isn't there? And I'm realizing my deck is mostly upright, but there are some reversals in there, and we're just going to leave them in there. We'll just leave them in there. Okay. Well, so Liz Cheney is probably going to be voted out of her leadership position. McCarthy has officially backed another senator, so she's out for Liz probably. But let's look. Now, she has been one of the voices saying, hey, we can't kowtow to Trump. He will destroy the Republican Party. And also, we just can't. So he's not with the principles of conservatism as she sees it. Okay, so what happens with Liz Cheney? Oh my, yes, it is time for a new beginning for her, the wheel of change. Well then what does that mean though? Because, so the wheel of fortune, it's spinning for her. She is out of that leadership position, but she is also talking about really helping to lead the charge. Let's be honest about what's going on here, and let's salvage the Republican Party after Trumpism. So is it a new beginning in that way? She gains steam, she gains power. A decision is made and there is a judgment. Or is she's using good judgment. That's saying she's using good judgment. But is the new era just more nationalism then? More Trumpism? Let's ask. Okay, this is a reminder to me. The Ace of Cups. That started coming up back in the Mueller investigation. Like there's a lot of dirt there. The cup runneth over. There's stuff to find. And that comes as a reminder to me that, okay, sure, Trumpism is still out there. His approval rating has slipped and slid on down, but the Republicans, it's a matter of winning elections, and they're thinking they've got to at least give him lip service and his beliefs lip service in order to have enough voters to win any election. So, there's that. But there's a lot of dirt back there. We're going to keep on seeing these stories come out, seeing these really egregious kinds of conversations, decisions, things that are kept secret. Trump destroyed all of his call notes. I don't know about all, but it certainly destroyed a bunch of notes from calls he made to foreign officials. And that's not what people do. And I remember I saw that shredder whirring, before he had to leave the White House. So he destroyed a lot of those notes. And that doesn't mean there isn't evidence of some of these things he said to other foreign heads of state and officials somewhere. We're going to keep on seeing investigations, and that is going to bring Trump down. But what does the Republican Party stand for going into the future? Queen of Swords. Yeah, Liz better do it. Liz Cheney better do it. They have a bad time in the press still, that means. They still have a bad time in the press ongoing. It does continue to look bleak for Republicans. Well, and nobody's feeling too bad because they made the decision to sort of sell their soul. Why is staying in office more important than anything? And I think it should never be more important than anything else. Knight of Swords. That Knight of Swords mentality about we're going to win, we're going to be aggressive. They're going to keep doing that. So in other words, I'm wondering what the Republican Party stands for. It's not going back. The Wheel of Fortune is not going to reverse. It has changed. It has turned. So I just see two groups. I just do see the more traditional Republicans, who conservative, maybe some moderate Republicans, moving forward and carving their own path. And I see the Trumpist Republicans, right, moving forward. And many of the Republican lawmakers are being kind of quiet on all of it, hoping to just kind of, you know, keep their head down and go under the radar. So as they see which ways the winds of fortune blow, they can, you know, hop on a team later. But I do see the schism in the Republican Party getting worse and worse, more defined. Yeah. So there is more coordination from the Liz Cheneys among them. Yeah. And that must be why. You know, people always say that the midterms are not kind usually to the president, the party of the president. But I always feel like, no, they're going to hang on. You know, the Democrats are going to hang on to the Senate and the House. You know, they're going to hang on to it. So maybe that's part of the reason why the Republican Party never does get united. Well, there's no way to unite behind Trump because he'll stab you in the back and turn his voters against you, no matter what you do for him. So, oh, what a dilemma. And none of it would be a dilemma. None of this would be a dilemma to these lawmakers if they knew why they were there. They were honest. They were doing their jobs. None of it would be a dilemma. But here we go. Okay, what else? What else should... Now I'm just sitting here. Sort of listening, because I feel like Spirit's saying, wait a minute, that was just a big thing that you said. You know, and there is tribalism, right? There's a lot of pressure from their fellow lawmakers to not, you know, to toe the party line. Make sure they all get reelected, that kind of thing. It's just a systemic issue. It is. Okay. So Spirit, does that kind of thing change? Do people head into politics and rise in politics who are there to do a job, and they'll work bipartisan if they need to, it's okay, but they're not going to compromise, you know, what their constituents' needs? Seven of Coins. I feel like that's, yeah. I mean, I feel like, yeah, the working people are still, the people of the U.S. are still going to be saying, hey, there's something wrong here. We need, we the people will demand this. And it takes time. But we do have power as voters. We absolutely do. The High Priestess. Yep. If we continue with this time of righting some wrongs, righting some imbalances, you know, tackling corruption, it's a process. Okay. I did want to look in on the Lincoln Project. So what's going on with the Lincoln Project? Victory. They feel like they've gotten a victory lately. That's interesting. And with Liz Cheney in trouble? What victory? Three of Swords. There's been something that's been a repeated problem. Oh, I think that's just about Trump. I think they feel like they've been victorious over Trump. Yeah. Oh, Trump's ban off of Facebook was held up for another 6 months. That was quite a victory. Ah, okay. Okay, good. So they feel like they're doing great. They're still out there, but they're really focused on Trump and Trumpism. And I feel like they need to focus on the larger, on nationalist kinds of candidates, far right kinds of candidates, those who will perpetuate the big lie, those who will tap QAnon conspiracies for votes. You know, they really need to focus on the larger, because I believe that there are candidates now, they want to be the new Trump. And I do remember a couple months ago, I saw that the Republican candidate, I believe, in 2024 will be a new Trump. You know, it won't be Trump. It'll be somebody that Pence is hoping it'll be him, but it'll be someone who espouses those kinds of ideas, though. Is that right, Spirit? Yeah, but we have a long journey yet ahead with a lot of things we will yet learn about that dirt in politics. But yet we do still have, and this probably is Rebecca Mercer, we do still have a female donor. I was just thinking about her a couple days ago about what's she up to, because she liked a lot of the beliefs that Trump put forth. She liked it. She did not mind manipulating public opinion to get what she wanted. I don't know that she believes in the conspiracy theories or anything like that, but she doesn't mind manipulating all those folks and using information technologies, you know, to do it, and the press. And yeah, I don't think she minds working with troll farms in Russia to do it. I mean, she just doesn't mind doing it. So she is still out there creating trouble. So yeah, I do think there will be a new Trump, a younger person. You know, I'm talking middle-aged. Possibly a little younger. Hope. She still has not given up. She got a lot of money. Ace of Coins. She donates and donates. She is actively trying. She's still actively trying to shape this. Well, okay. So I don't have clarity about who that might be, or I feel like there's some things not decided yet, you guys. I feel like there will be a young candidate coming up, a younger candidate coming up who wants to be the new Trump. Whether or not that person becomes the candidate, I don't know. What about Pence? Pence is hoping to. Biden shows up. Nope, Pence can't do it. Biden will put an end to that somehow. Okay, so there that is. All right, well, those are the kinds of things I kind of wanted to look at. Then we got this Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene going on a tour to hang out with all the QAnon folks in every city. And is there some between these two? Because boy, was she laughing. I did see a little bit of she looked like all giddy. 4 coins. Well, if there was, we probably wouldn't know. Okay. But yeah, she's a passionate. Yeah, I think completion already happened. That's what I think. Okay. But doesn't mean that there's going to be a relationship. Okay. All right. Let's see. What about these two? Oh my gosh. Just show us cards on this whole tour. Please, Spirit. We've got to understand this. Yeah, they're going to say really stupid things. Page of Swords. It's not actually going to be good for them. 10 of Swords. It's not going to be good for them. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene was fighting some comments that she had made and liked and supported from 2 years ago, and now she's going to just make a whole bunch more along the same lines. It's not going to be good for her. And Matt Gaetz, justice is waiting for Matt Gaetz. He can't escape that. So there we have it. No, this is not a good thing for them. But yeah, they maybe have some fun there. But this is not a good thing for them at all. No. So, there's that. Matt Gaetz is desperately trying to drum up support among Republican voters for himself so that he can wield some of the same power that Trump has wielded, because he's got a voting bloc that likes him. I just don't think it's going to work. Chariot. Their futures are tied, though. Now they're going to tie them together more. And they're moving forward. There's the Republican Party. 6 of coins. Okay, but then some of the Republican Party supports this because they're like, hey, they're getting us voters, whatever. King of coins. They also want to make a lot of money. This is a good way to make money. Donations. Yeah. Okay, so the Republican Party's like, oh, well, go ahead, Just make sure you spread it around a little bit. Okay, I see, but I just don't think it's a good idea. I think their words will come back to bite them. So in the short term, it looks all right. In the long term, absolutely not for them. Okay. Well, I think that is about it. And then when I hang up, as soon as I stop this video, I will think about something I should have asked and I didn't. But for the next one. All right. Well, thank you all so very much. It was fun chatting this morning. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.